Perfect. So recording has started. I'll start, as I told you, with answering solving the question. I'll start with the assignment. Okay. So the assignment stated that you need to write code. Okay, write. I'll just zoom it in. Okay, so the question is, write a program that prints the following message using one cout instruction. So first of all, hi. Then there, of course, most of you took 1.5 out of 2 because nobody used these quotations. All right. So as I told you, I will copy this. Okay. And put it in the main function here. And do the change. First of all, this new line means \n, right? This tab, I'll delete it and put \t. XYZ, okay, this one, the quotation is \quotation, and I need another \quotation. Okay, I'll remove this. I'll just add cout, put them between quotations, and ENDL and a semicolon. All right. So as I told you, you take the message and replace the new line with \n, the tab with \t, the quotation with \quotation, and so on. I think this will work. Let's execute it. Okay, this is exactly what we got. Hi, there, my name is space, of course, here's tab, and my name is the quotation there. Here we have some extra space. I'll remove it. Yeah, I think this one, no. Yeah, okay, so I'll copy this and post it to Microsoft Teams. This is the answer of the assignment, okay? This is the answer of the assignment. You can download it and read it. Very well, so let's get back to our discussion. Now we are talking, we will continue with our previous, no, we'll start with a new topic, new lecture, which is the operators. Now in C++ and in any programming language, you need to use operators. So in today's topic, we are going to cover the operators. Operators, usually we have 3 types of operator. We'll talk about 2, arithmetic operators and logic, or arithmetical and logical operators. There are some other operators such as comparison. We'll talk about them later. So using operator, these are the main topics that we are going to cover in this set of slides. Using operators, exploring the built-in operators, controlling execution. So the first thing, this table is the operator. I think everybody is aware that this is plus means addition, okay? And you can write it like x plus y. Minus means subtraction, x minus y. This is an example. Multiplication, this asterisk, y star or asterisk x as asterisk y, mean multiplication, slash, and remember please, don't be confused. We have backslash and we have slash. All right. The slash is used for division. Okay, and this percentage sign is the modulus. What's the modulus? We will explain it later. These four are very common to you. Only this one is a new operator, and we will explain it to you. Now, let's take an example. Write program that finds the sum of three integers and print the result. See, when I give you finds the sum of three integers, I didn't mention any word like read or take or reads or takes or receives. These words means you need to use CN. You need to read from the keyboard. The values are not defined. You need to read them from the user. The user needs to enter the values. While here, there's no such words, so you can define the, okay, you can define the variable directly. So integer x equal 5, give it any value. Integer x2 equal 10, integer y x3 equals 7, then integer result. You can use any variables. I prefer to use result or r. Result equal x1 plus x2 plus x3. Then see out the sum of the three numbers is result end line. Okay, the execution will give me the sum of the three is 22. Let's see this another example. Example shows the use of the 5 operators. Remember that I did not explain this modular operator, right? Now let's see what will be or how this question works. First, integer xy, x equals 7, y equal 2. See out x plus y equal, of course, this is the message, and I'll put x plus y. These are comments, by the way, okay? Printing the difference between x and y, see out x minus y equals x minus y end line, see out x times y equal and x times y and x divided by y, and let's see the result. I don't know if we don't have the result, so it's better if we write this code. Okay, I will write this code in the compiler. All right, and we see. Now let me just remove everything extra. Remember that this the program doesn't say anything about reading or getting variables or getting values from the keyboard. So I'll define integer x, okay, y, semicolon. You can use this, and or you can use integer x, then new line integer y with semicolon. X equal 7 and y equals 2. Okay. I'll start with the first one. See out. The sum is x plus y and end line. All right. Again, see out. We have 5 operations. That's the second one. The subtraction result is x minus y. All right. The multiplication is x times y. The division is x divided by y. And the mod is x mod y. So I'll get, of course, the last two. The result will, we need to discuss the result for the last two because we have used integers. Okay, so let's execute it. Run. Perfect. So see the result. Remember that I have 7 and 9. The sum is 9. Okay, 7 plus 2 is equal to 9. 7 minus 2 is equal to 5. 7 times 2 is equal to 14. Here is the new thing, or the things that we need to discuss. First of all, the division. Integer division is very important. Okay, I will write it here. Okay, so integer division. What's the meaning of integer division? This is the one that we are going to discuss. Integer division means I'm dividing x over y, which is equal 7 over 2. And remember that I have integer, so I don't have any fraction. There's no number like 1.3 or 1.5, etc. We don't have them. We are talking about integers. So 7 by divided by 2 is equal to the nearest number is 6, right? That's why it will be equal to 3. 3.5 actually, it should be 3.5, but we don't have 0.5, so the result will be only the integer part, which is 3. Okay, and this is what we got here in the execution, right? So the division is 3 because we don't have 0.5 here. The other thing which is very important to know, the mod operation. The mod of operation, actually 7 divided by 2 is equal to 3, and the remaining is 1 over 2, right? This is the result of the mod operation. This 1. So that's why the result is 1. I'll give you another example. Let's take examples on modular operation. 8 mod 3. I'll divide 8 divide by 3 equals 2 and 2 over 3, correct? 3 times, okay. So the result is 2. 8 mod 2. I'll divide 8 divided by 2 equal 4 and 0 over 2. So the result will be 0. 9 mod, not mod, not divide, mod, give me a number, 2 is equal 9 over 2 equals to 4 and 1 over 2, so the result will be 1. So this is what I get from the mod operation, okay? For the mod operation, I get the remainder or the nominator of the division, integer division. Now, what if I have double or float instead of integer? Okay, of course, if I have, for example, here, the division will give me all the results. Like if I say 7 divided by 3, okay, it will equal to, or divided by 2, okay, it will be 3.5. This is just in case if I'm using double or float. Okay, so this is the first part, which is the operators, the mathematical operators. We'll take more examples, of course. Just let me explain this, and we'll start with the example. Okay, constants and literals. Actually, sometimes you need to define numbers that are constant all throughout the program, like the constant pi. What do you call it? Pi, yeah. In the circuit, in the circle, we use pi most often. Even we use it in trigonometric and everywhere. So pi and is written like this, the constant. You can define any other constant. Like if you want to define another constant, you want to use all throughout the program without changing it, you can define it here. So now constant or literal have fixed value that the program cannot change. It can be on of any type. For example, I can define integer constant. It will remain, it will stay constant forever till I terminate the execution of the program. Can be treated as any other variable, yet their value cannot be modified after their definition. For example, integer literal. If I define integer literal, I'm sorry, I think the okay, so I think I didn't copy them from the handout. So let me just go there, and we covered all these things. Yeah, this is the part that we didn't. I didn't copy, so I'll explain it here. Then I'll copy it to the slide and send it to you. So constant and literal. See here, we use this instruction. I will copy it to the execution so you can see it clearly. Okay. Okay. So include IOStream is very common. Here we use the hash symbol and the word define. So if you want to define a constant, for example, this constant L without any type is equal to 10. So whenever I want to use 10 or I want to use L, its value is 10. Define W, the value is 5. Define a message, which is a string, \n. This code is part of the course, etc. Okay. Now, if I use it here, let's execute it. Okay. So okay, if I go there, okay, I think something happened, so don't worry, I repeat it. Okay, I'll execute it again. Very well. The result is this one, 50, and this code is part of etc. Okay, so let's discuss this. I'll take it, a screenshot, and explain to you. So actually what we've done here is, first, this part is, you know about it, no need to. This is another part. I defined L as constant and its value is 10 wherever I use it. I defined W as constant and its value is 5 whenever I use it. I defined a variable called message and the message contents is this one. So whenever I call them by name or I refer to them, you will get this value. For example, integer a equal L times W. I didn't define L and W inside here. I didn't write L equal 10 or something. Okay, I use it directly from the definition. If you ever try to change the value of L, you will get an error because this is constant. These are constants. All right. If I want to use the message, cout message, cout A, that's why I got here 10 times 5, 50 in the result, and here I got the message exactly and printed. Now let's try something. Let's try to change the value. I'll try to change the value of one of them. Okay, here, if I want to write cout L, all right, L is equal to 10, so I'm expecting that the result will be 10, and this is exactly what we got, 10. Okay, let's try to change the value. I will write here L equals 12, right? And I'll execute it. See what I got. Error. Value required is left operand of the assignment. So I got here an error, which means you cannot change the value of L because it's a constant. All right, you cannot change the value of L as it was defined as constant here. So whenever you want, for example, I will define another constant. Let's define, don't leave a space, define. Okay. My name, just any name of the variable, then space, don't forget the space. Okay, I write your names. Okay, here if I write here, I remove this. Okay, cout my name. So whenever I use this variable name, I will get this message. So let's execute it. I don't know why it goes somewhere else. 1 second. I think the execution is not correct here. Anyways, I will do it again, don't worry. I'll just print the code again. All right, so I'll remove this. I'll define a new variable or a constant, sorry. Define my name space, then right. Then when I give instruction to print my name, cout my name. Okay, it will go directly and check the constant my name and print it. So run. Okay, see what I got. So this is the way to define or to declare variables. Anybody has a question? Because I got a message, I don't know where from. Okay. So this is the constant and literal. So I'll copy it and put it in your lecture to read it. And okay. What else we need to talk about? Of course, here we are talking about constant. Constant can be defined in a different way. Okay, remember that this is the first way, and also remember that the definition before the main function. I've written the define this before the main function, and it has to be start with. It have to start with a hash symbol. All right. Next slide, we talk about constant. See, I can do the same thing. Okay, I don't want to define string here. Let me just remove this. Okay, I can use the same thing, but with using the keyword constant, C-O-N-S-T, constant. Okay, so this can be replaced with another code, but remember or focus on this change or these differences. See, I remove this message. I don't like it. Right? Now, I can define here inside. The first difference is that the definition will be inside the function. So here I can write constant, then integer, L equals 10. This is equivalent to this one. I will not delete it. I will just put it in a comment. Equivalent. This one. All right. So if I want to see out L, the same result, but don't keep them both, one of them only. Then this is the second one. If I ask you to find the equivalent of this one, then you will come and see what is the type here, or what the type is here is, I think it has to be integer. All right, so I will okay, here I will also use constant. The type is integer, the name is W, and the value is 5. Semicolon, and also this is equivalent to this one. Yeah. Okay. Next. What is the type of this one? This should be a string. So I write constant string. Okay. The name is my name and equals to okay. This is equivalent to this one. Right, I remove the spaces from here. Then I'll try to.
I have a question.
You're speaking? Yes, yes. Yes, please go ahead.
في أشياء ثابتة ولا كامل لازم نحن نكتبه؟
أشوا? Repeat your question.
هنا في أشياء ثابتة ولا لازم نكون كتبه؟
الأشياء الثابتة, the constant or the fixed
في
thing
أشياء
are
ثابتة.
this part of these two instructions. I explained it in the previous lecture also. This part and this part are fixed. Okay? يعني هذا الجزء راح أحط لكم أمامه star. All right? This part also. This part also. Okay? And of course this one. return 0, and the close of the block. These are all fixed. You don't need to change them. You can copy them and paste them. But here we are talking about the code that you are going to write. Okay, so again, we replaced this with constant. Let me execute this program. Now, if you can see, I got warning here. What's the warning? See, I told you about compiler usually throws warnings and errors, but warnings doesn't affect the execution of the program. See here, if you can read the warning, unused variable W. This means that I defined the variable W, but I didn't use it. The program will be executed perfectly. Nothing will be error. But this warning, just to let you know that you've defined a variable that you never used. So why did you do this? Okay. Now, if I want to, if I use it, for example, cout L, then if I write here cout, okay, W. Of course, I need end line also here. And I will write my name also, cout my name. Okay, then it will print all the values and the warning will be removed. If you notice that this warning, again, this is the warning, it will be removed because I used the variable. Okay, see, no more warnings here. And this is what I got. All right. Okay. So this is the constant and how to use the constant in your programs. The opposite of the constant is the variable. The variable can be, the variable can be, its value can be changed during the execution anytime, but the constant cannot be changed. So this is the code. Now we have these exercises. Okay, I'll also 10. I'll add them to the slide and I'll send you an exercise, not exercise, what do you call it? An assignment, okay, to upload these programs. Let me explain them to you. First of all, this question is, write program that reads two numbers and prints the sum of the two numbers. This one is already written here. Okay, the code, we wrote the code. This is the one, reads. But here, see, if you can see, here, I mean, we used the word read. That means I have to use cin and cout. So I can do it now. I'll answer this one and leave the other four to you to answer. So read two numbers and find the sum. So here, I remove everything. I'll define integer x and y. Okay, then I will write cin one second, please. All right, so here cnx, no, cn in the other direction, right? Cn to x, okay, and cn y. Okay. C out and let's define integer r equal x plus y. Out the sum is here you need to add some minor thing, because here you don't know when you get a blank screen, so it's better to add some message like C out, enter the first number. And here, after you enter the first number, you can also write enter the second number, and you read them, and let's execute it and see the result. Okay, so here I got enter the first number, let's say 5, enter, second number 7, then the sum is 12. Okay, so I use this just because I'll just share it with you, because there's a word used in the program that reads or takes. So whenever you find this word, that means you have to use C in and C out. Okay, I'll add this here. And the rest I'll leave it to you to answer them or to solve them. Okay, let me just reduce the size. I'll share this lecture with you now. The discussion is open. I will stop recording to avoid having long recordings.